This is going to be a really brief video talking about how we identify the parts of a right triangle, because this is the base skill that is really important for trig. When we get into the trig ratios, in order to correctly set them up, you need to be able to identify the different parts of our right triangle. So one that you should already be familiar with is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest side in our right triangle, and it is always across from the right angle. Okay, so here is my right angle. So my hypotenuse, I'm going to highlight yellow. This is my hypotenuse. My hypotenuse. It's across from the right angle. Here's my right angle. Across from that is my hypotenuse. Okay. Now the other two sides, we know we have the hypotenuse and we have the sides. How we have to categorize these sides are by the opposite and adjacent side. And this is always in reference to our reference angle, so the angle that we're talking about. So the opposite side is across from the given angle. So here, this angle that we have the tick mark for, this is going to be our reference angle, our given angle. And we're looking for the opposite side. That is going to be across. So that side there. So I'm going to highlight that pink. And that is my opposite side because it is across from my reference angle. Okay. And lastly, we have our hypotenuse, we have our opposite side. The other side is called the adjacent side. And it is the side that's next to or touches our given angle. And it is not the hypotenuse. So here is our reference angle, our given angle. And this side that it touches, this green one here that I'm going to highlight green, that is my adjacent angle. So we have our hypotenuse across from the right angle. We have our opposite side across from the reference angle. And then the adjacent side, the one that touches, that's next to our reference angle. So we have a hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. So let's practice labeling this briefly. I'm going to, again, color code these a little bit. So I've got hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent. And remember, this is all in reference to our given angle. So let's look at these two here. Here, this angle C is our given angle. And the hypotenuse does not change depending on our given angle. What changes is our opposite and adjacent sides. So looking here, my hypotenuse is always going to be across from the right angle. So that is this side AC here. That is my hypotenuse. My opposite side, if angle C is my given angle, the opposite side is going to be AB. There's my opposite side, which means my adjacent side is going to be the one next to it. Okay. So here we have our adjacent and opposite. Okay, let's practice this one more time. Here, our given angle is now angle B. So our hypotenuse, again, doesn't change. It's always opposite the right angle. So there's our hypotenuse AB. My opposite side is going to be across from our given angle. So if that's angle B, that means that AC is our opposite side, which leaves our adjacent side to be BC, which touches, is next to our angle. So again, here's our hypotenuse. This is our opposite side, and this is our adjacent side. So you will get to practice that more now, and then when we get into trig ratios, you should be a master at identifying your hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent side.